It's a long road to the Hong Kong Derby, and it's been a particularly rocky one for trainer Sean Woods and his preparation of autumn gold. Shortly after arriving in Hong Kong, the former German-trained youngster shot up in the ratings. But since then, he hasn't quite lived up to public expectation. We paid the Colts trainer a visit to see how the Derby preparation is really coming along. Sean, Autumn Gold is your best chance yet since training in Hong Kong of winning your first Hong Kong Derby. It's been an interesting journey to the race so far.
Yeah, he's a horse that's come in and, you know, very rarely you get a few horses that walk into Hong Kong and they really enjoy it. And he's one of the horses that has enjoyed it all the time. He came here and preparation was easy for his first race. Ran a good first race, very unlucky not to have won. He finished second, he got trapped in on the rails. And then we went to the international trial where he ran a cracking race, finished about a length and a quarter behind California Memory. And then since then it's just gone a little bit wrong. The two races, there was no pace in the international, and the Derby trial the other day was a bit of a farce, the race. And you know, he's a horse who needs a genuine tempo where he can pick up and go at his own time. But we're very happy with him. On the horse side, I couldn't be happier.
His run in the Hong Kong Classic Cup was his first in several months since contesting the international race day. How much impact has that particular race had on him?
I'd be lying if I said he wasn't ready. He was ready, and his trial was very good. He had a nice blow. He would come on a little bit. I don't think he would come on a great deal for fitness. It's just a shame we didn't get a true run race. It was a diabolical race, and I think they're not just one trainer. I think there were probably 10 trainers that walked away with the same opinion. So in Europe, if it happened, you just put a line through it and forget the race completely. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to press on to the Derby and be as confident as we were in the horse's ability for the big day.
How did you come to get the horse for two clients that have been long-time owners for you?
He was a horse that was flagged up to us in Germany. I didn't know him at all. He'd run twice, and then he won his maiden, and then he finished fourth in a sales race, it's restricted to horses from the sales. Then he ran in a Group 3 and got beaten about a half a length, three-quarters of a length by some good German horses and good form horses that had been to France. So it was still just enough to go and see him because he wasn't still ticking all the boxes. But when I actually got on the plane and went to see him, I really liked the horse and I thought he could physically do better. He was a homebred, so the people that had him were reluctant to sell him. So the deal had to be constructed quickly before the Guineas so that I could buy him before he ran again.
His breeding, interesting. He's by a horse, Ransom Awar, who ran a placing in the German Derby. Yeah,
he is. He's not the most fashionable sire, but the broodmare side is strong. They are all owner breeders there, and the people who sold them to us, they have a band of 40-50 broodmares. They come from a very, very good stock over there, and they have their own stud farm, and they're bred to race. But this horse, being a colt, they were not keen to sell him, but they were persuaded to sell him.
And for a colt, he possesses a good temperament?
Yeah, he knows he's a colt. He's a bit like all of us, but he's easy to handle. I'd like to see him a bit more settled in his races, but I think that's coming about with a lack of pace. You know, when we were able to put a pacemaker in his trial, he settled beautifully and came through the trial really well. You're just hoping for a race like that. What
would it mean to you, Sean Woods, to win the race?
I'm going to pour a little bit of cold water on it, but in perspective, it is just a 4-year-old race that you know, captures the imagination. But there are a lot of these horses that are being rushed into the race, and perhaps you won't see the best of them for another year or two. But it's a dream, and it's a dream worth living, and you're here, and you know, that's what we're trying to do. The nice thing was this horse has got his rating up, running in the two big races, and we'll train him for the Derby, and we obviously want to win it. But you know, he's a horse that we have long-term plans for, and for the owners, and the owners have been in Hong Kong since the 1930s. They can tell you stories about racing from then on. and it's just a pleasure, you know, to have horses like that. And we're a small yard now, so we do need 1 or 2 flag bearers, and hopefully this horse will do it for us.